We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at iHeartRadio Studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. I'm excited. I'm really excited today.
Well, first things first, big time Cinco de Mayo.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Greg, I'm up. You know, there we go. You know, it's Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to find somewhere to get some salsa. Believe that. It's going down. Peace to all my folks out there that are enjoying Cinco de Mayo. Be safe out there, man. Police going, woo, boy. Lord. Don't drink and drive. And, but yeah, another big thing that's going on for Cinco de Mayo weekend we know about is the Cali Elite Cinco de Mayo tournament is going down today.
Uh-huh.
We have to go get a lens for.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Coach Anthony to give a call in today.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get some festive music going on. Yes, Cinco de Mayo, you know, we're in a very celebratory mood right now. Speaking of that, I'm really excited about our parent station that is, iHeart, which is the funnel station is 99.1, and they're doing a salsa fest. That's going to be almost 28 days away from right now, roughly about. And so we're really excited about that. That's going to be going down to Great City Riverside, White Park. We'll be on deck for that. So, you know, we're in a very celebratory mode right now. So I want to make sure I give all my folks a big shout out. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Be safe out there this weekend. Coach B.
There we go. And one thing that I'm excited about is when we do our All-Star games. You know, the Inland Valley Classic was the game we did. It was a San Bernardino County game. And this gentleman who's in studio with us gave us the idea and said, hey, why don't you guys go ahead and branch off and do that in Riverside? We had some turbulence the first year, but 2 years in, I think we've figured it out and we've got it going now. Actually coached in the game the first year and won, brought home the championship, so we're excited about that. Coach Esposito, now of Temecula Valley. How are you doing this morning?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Tell us about the new school. If we were talking off air, you're really excited about what's going on out there in the wine country. How is everything over in Temecula Valley?
Everything's great. I mean, I'm a Temecula'n person. I've been out there for 20-plus years, living there. I was transferring myself to Menifee for the last 14 years, and I'll still be teaching at Paloma Valley. But
okay,
now I get to coach at my homeschool town high school, and the kids there are fantastic, and they got nowhere to go but up.
Okay.
So we're working hard. We're doing everything we can to return to glory.
There you go.
Now, one thing I know about, if folks haven't been out there in the Temecula area, when you come, and you can probably help me out with that road, whatever that road is, you come up that road right there, and you see that school right there. I mean, whoever hooked that location up was really on it, because you come up there, you can see the big TV right there. I mean, the Temecula Valley, the abbreviation right there, the Golden Bears. Talk to us about what kind of tradition they have over there, because obviously they've had some turbulence the last few years, but they have tradition in at that school. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. When they first opened up, they were the only show in town. Right. I mean, back then you had Temecula, Elsinore, Paris, and then everybody else was way out. And so, for the first 20 years, Bud Kane was the guy there, and they were the show in town. And, then the town starts expanding, and Chaparral opens up, then Great Oak. And like any other area, it starts pulling from it. I keep thinking of like Fontana, right? What happens when more schools come. But I think things are starting to settle out a little bit.
Right.
And, you see Temecula, they're getting back. Their basketball team's been outstanding the last few years, the baseball team. The girls' soccer team won state. Right. So you're starting to see things balance out again. And I think, football took a big hit for a while. And so I think, it's looking good for the future.
Right. And speaking of that, other sports, are you going to be involved with track again? Because I know you were the track coach and you were the football coach. Have you hung up your track shoes?
I'm actually, with Coach Desmond Lee, he does a fantastic job over there. I'm actually back into encouraging my players to go run track.
Right.
So he's had quite a few more kids come out, and next year they'll even have more.
Right.
It's a huge expectation of mine that if you play football, you're going to be a multiple sport guy, especially track and field. I mean, track and field, it never will hurt you as a football player. It'll always help you.
Right.
And so that's where we're going with that.
It's funny you say that. A lot of guys now, and what's brutal about it, we were talking off air about sometimes how the parents can kind of be a little bit contaminated, but also some of these coaches, they just, they're locked up in 7-on-7 now and stuff like that. So it's year round. So a lot of coaches don't even advocate kids to play multiple sports now.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about how you feel it's important, because I know for me that was great. I mean, you just learn things. I was in wrestling and so forth. The training's different. So talk to us about the difference and how it can help you out as a player in terms of playing multiple sports.
Well, I myself lettered in 5 sports in high school.
Oh, wow.
Tell them about it, Coach.
Tell them
about it, you know what I mean? Tell them about it.
And actually, I went to college. I played very little football. I found out I was a little guy.
Right.
Playing quarterback, not my area.
Right.
But I did play soccer in college for 1 year, and I also shot archery for Cal State Fullerton for 1 season. They found me in the PE class. So I'm a multiple sport guy.
Right.
And I just feel that athletes, they get different type of training, even different coaches. They don't want to hear me all the time. I become like their dad.
Right.
So, it's good to be competitive year-round, be held accountable with grades and everything. And just the different types of movements that you get. I love my linemen to go to, and skill guys to go wrestle.
Right.
Man.
And what better wrestling opportunity than at Temecula Valley with those guys. And they've been so supportive of me with football.
Right.
So, we're going to be sharing athletes. Track and field, of course. I mean, there's a spot for everybody in track and field.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And, you can do a little bit of everything in there.
Absolutely. And we don't look for a lot of these guys to be like the point getters.
Right.
We just want them to improve.
To compete. Right.
Compete, improve. It just makes everyone better, the whole program. And the more success you have in your high school through all the sports, the better it is for each individual sport. I just believe in that. I've seen that to be true. I mean, what they say, 29 of the 32 first-round picks in the NFL draft all played multiple sports.
Right. And that's a good thing. Once again, Coach Esposito, Fox Sports 1350. Coach, you said you're going to still teach at Paloma Valley. So does Paloma Valley and Temecula Valley play each other?
Yes.
That's going to be – how is that week going to go?
I know. We kind of joke around about that. That's week 5 next year. It's the last preseason game.
Okay.
And it'll be at Paloma Valley.
So you won't have a drive.
No, exactly. I guess I get done at the end of the day, and then I'll just kind of walk on down to the stadium and switch my clothes.
Right.
Play football.
It's going to be unique because we had I can't think of the coach names, escapes me right now. He was at Carter, and now he's at Los Osos. Coach Pierce. And the same thing. It's what is it going to be like? Because Pierce, they play each other. It was Carter and Los Osos played each other, and he was on the visitor side.
Yeah.
What's that going to be like when you're on the visitor side? Now, I mean, all the boosters. It's going to be unique.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. And we've already been joking back and forth with some of the boosters because I have a great relationship with the parents there. Everything. I mean, there's nothing negative about it. I think it'll be fantastic, and it'll be a football game. The kids, we don't make a big deal of it, but it is kind of.
And you can be like, I'm here to beat you guys.
Right.
So, the football team is mine. I'm still a Paloma Valley Wildcat. I work there. I love the kids there. I love the people I work with there. But then after school, I now have my other thing.
Yeah, you got to go do your thing. So we're excited about that. We're happy to see you do the thing. I know you were assistant coach last year, right?
Yeah, I was quarterback coach at Chaparral.
Okay. How was that? So what is that like to step back to be the main guy, to falling back? Some coaches like it because you don't have to deal with the equipment. You don't have to deal with the boosters and things like that. Are you ready to get back in the fire?
You know what? Trust me, that one season was fantastic. I mean, I literally, and Jeremy McCullough, who is no longer the coach staff, is going to be coaching with me over at Temecula.
Wow, look at that go.
So, his kid will be coming in as a freshman, so he'll work with the freshmen, and then he'll come help us on Friday night. But taking a step back was just refreshing.
Right.
I mean, it's been 15-plus years since I've done that.
Right.
So it was nice. You get to step back, reorganize yourself, and then I was ready to get back in.
You're a head coach.
Absolutely.
You are a head coach. Eternal, should we call it? I mean, we need a coach for that out in the valley for the Riverside Shares game. I mean,
we got to dial them up, man. But Coach, real quick now, what I want to get from you, because I know we got to get ready to wrap up here. Talk to us about how this new season is going to start, because is starting earlier and so forth. Talk to our audience about how that is. 'Cause I know you're very abreast about how that's working right now.
Yeah, I'm on the CIF advisory board, so we were just talking about that this past week. And, the dates are scheduled. Everything's moving back a week,
Okay.
especially starting next year or this year, with the CIF final now being Thanksgiving weekend.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then if you're playing week 0, you're actually starting practice at the end of July.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's there's not a lot of support from the coaches. Like,
Right.
well, this is a great idea. It really isn't
Right.
for us.
And why do you think? What was the reasoning behind the move?
I hear baseball.
Did you know about?
No, I think what happened was the state decided that pushing the state final so close to Christmas was tough.
Right.
So they decided, let's give it a week back, and then everything else had to be adjusted.
Wow.
So for me, like, I used to be a big week 0 guy. No more.
No more of that.
Right.
No more.
Because, yeah,
Will there still be a week 0 or?
There'll still be a week 0.
but you're gonna have to start a lot earlier. You're gonna start practicing
a week earlier.
So basically,
Interesting.
what's going to happen is for CIF purposes, you're saying that ultimately schools that have a week 0 will be allowed to start earlier.
Correct. They'll start like July 24th
Got
to be
it.
their first official day to practice.
Got
And
it.
I'm like, no, I don't want none of
Right.
that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're really having to get in the fire early.
Absolutely.
Got
It's
it.
too long. It's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
hot. It's just
Right.
it's just not football season.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause you got to think we're out here. We're literally in the desert. I mean, it's 100 and something some of those days, and that's tough. And
Well, think about this. There's schools in Orange County that don't start till Memorial Weekend or
Right.
that's crazy.
Right.
Labor Day. I'm
Right,
sorry.
Labor Day. When I grew up in LA County, that's where we
And
we
they'll
started.
have 3 games in before their freshmen even step on their campus.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand, and that's why I wanted to get. I'm glad you were able to kind of educate us on that,
Yeah.
because we were wondering about that. We've seen a lot of people talk about that. There's been a lot of stuff on social media about that, the reasoning behind it. So thank you for coming in and kind of clearing that up a
Absolutely.
little bit, because that's I don't understand how that's gonna work. I mean, I was used to always coming in and kind of like getting into practice like around July, but that was always like, that was the shorts and shirts. You know what I mean?
Right,
That was
right.
it. And you were kind of just hanging around in the weight room, but not like real practice.
Right,
You know?
Yeah. Well, you think about it, some of these schools are not ending. Like, we're ending June 8th or 9th. And if I was to do a week 0, it would be July 24th. So
Right back at it.
I don't even
Wow.
have, like, you got to have your 3-week dead period.
Right.
There's
Right.
no summer anymore.
Right.
Wow.
At all.
Right.
You
Interesting.
know?
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think on a bigger note, that's one thing I've talked about, because we still have family out in LA and we want to do stuff, and they don't get out until June. My
Yeah.
daughter graduates in 12 days.
Wow.
So it's at Awanda, they'll be done I think she graduates on the 22nd.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's one thing the state needs to fix.
Excuse me. On another note, you ready to get that loan for that? You ready?
And that's one thing I think the state should adjust as well. I don't know why all schools don't start together and they
I
don't
know.
go to break
This is crazy.
together.
This is crazy.
I never understood
Yeah.
that. So
Well-
they got the core learning now, so we might as well do that. So
Exactly. So now tell me this now, because I know Coach B and I, we always talk about this. Are you going to be getting any new uniforms? Are you guys going to keep it there? What are you going to, because the kids that want to, that, man, the kids want to put some gold lace shoestrings on the Nikes.
It always comes down to money.
Right.
So here's the thing. At Temecula, they've lost 19 in a row.
Oh, you said,
wow.
wow, okay.
So
Straight. So first thing first, we got to start winning.
exactly.
Right.
And when you start winning, you'll probably get some more money
Right.
coming in.
Got it.
So this year, we're staying the same.
Got it.
Hopefully, we'll get some wins.
Right.
Get that rolling. And
Right.
then next year.
So you're giving them some. You're hanging a carrot in front of them. You're hanging a carrot in
Exactly.
front of them. Say, hey,
Right.
look, let's get some wins, and then we can start going shopping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Got it.
exactly.
I like that, Coach.
I think Temecula Valley, they'll be all right. They'll be all right out there. So,
Oh, yeah.
but we definitely appreciate you, Coach Esposito, head football coach at the Temecula Valley Golden Bears. We will be following you and just seeing great things for you. We look forward to it and please keep in contact
Absolutely.
and let us know what's going on.
You
So,
guys have been fantastic. I love being around you guys. You got so much energy.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And
Coach.
everything you guys are doing is right on par with what should be done. So
Well,
We
thank you so
appreciate
much. And like I said, man, we with your help, we're able to do this, man. So thank you for keeping us on the straight.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So thank you for listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our Four Seasons sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors. Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. This is IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops right here. We're excited. We have one of the Inland Valley Classic board members on the phone with us, Coach Romanelli, A.B. Miller. How's it going this morning, Coach?
It's going great, guys. How are you?
Coach, what are you doing to celebrate Cinco de Mayo? We got to know.
I celebrated last night, so I'm trying to recover and rally for the next day. So I'll figure that out as we go, but always a good day when it's on a Saturday, right?
Yes, it is indeed. Yes, it is indeed. Coach Rome, we are glad we're celebrating as well. We have today's media day for the Inland Valley Classic soccer All-Star game. Coach Rome, give our audience a little background about the Inland Valley Classic and about what we're going to be doing with soccer.
Well, as people probably know by now because it's gained a lot of momentum, the Inland Valley Classic started with the first basketball games 4 years ago. We just completed our fourth year. But they have since grown because of their popularity into a volleyball game in December, a football game in January, and then the soccer game in the month of May. So really excited about soccer. It's such a popular sport. It's gained a lot of momentum, especially since the last World Cup. And the first soccer game we did 2 years ago was a smashing success, and so I'm excited about this one coming up next weekend.
I'm excited as well. I don't know about the World Cup. Eternal, was Kenya in it? I wasn't sure. So no. Okay. All right. Let's get back after. Let's get after. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. That's too much. Too soon.
It shows how much soccer he watches.
Right. They don't have a team. Is what you're saying?
Now, Coach Rome. Now we're going to be doing this at A.B. Miller a week from today. Now. Again, I'm excited about this. Now, we did this last time. We have the coach here from Grand Terrace. He is here.
Oh, good deal. Yeah, he's one of the original members of the Inland Valley Classic All-Star game.
And that's one thing, speaking of that, we're excited because, we took a year off, and we're excited all of the four original coaches
by popular demand
are back. Yep. So we're excited about that. So it's nostalgia, and this is going to be Coach, you're talking about Coach Pacheco. This will be his last game, as well as Coach Chris Van Den at Rancho Cucamonga. This is going to be the last games that they're coaching.
In terms of high school coaching.
Correct.
Really?
Yes.
Also, you did say you're going to be taking it. Well, I'll let this gentleman go ahead and introduce yourself as well, please.
Yes, how you doing? Coach Pacheco from Grand Terrace High School.
Absolutely. And then, Coach Rome, did you have a question? I know soccer's your thing. We're gonna let you become the interviewer, Coach Rome.
Via the telephone. We have Coach Pacheco here. Now he was now, Coach, so you're saying this is going to be like your last – is it going to be this Here's gonna be the last one, or maybe next year?
No, this year. This is my last one right here.
Wow, Coach.
You guys brought me out of retirement for one more game.
You know what, man? I mean, and you've been so supportive. And again, like I said, we thank you so much. Has been supportive. He was at our, brought a player that was nominated for our IBC honors. Talk to us about what kind of honor this is for you and how excited you are about doing this again, please.
This is awesome. It's a great way to go out. I got the emails to nominate players. I noticed you guys didn't have coaches. I was totally down to do it, especially when Coach Chris over at Rancho said it was his last year. I was like, I got to be in for this too.
Right.
I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't such a smashing success last time. The game was amazing. You guys did great things for the players, how it's freed all of them.
Yeah.
The notoriety they got, the things you guys did, it was awesome. So, I mean, I wouldn't come back if it wasn't an awesome game and the support was amazing.
And I want to have Rome talk, and I'm glad you just mentioned that, Coach.
The jerseys.
Well, the jerseys, I mean, I want to have Coach Rome kind of mention, because that's one of the things that we really wanted to do with the Inland Valley Classic. Our committee is have kids play for free. Coach Rome, talk to us about why that was important, why you thought that was important, Coach Rome.
Well, with the original basketball game, it really is what set it apart, and the kids loved it. I mean, you have kids leaving the game who are teammates just for one night, but sort of bond with each other, and they're signing each other's jerseys with Sharpies and things like that. It just adds to the whole total experience, and I really, we can't say enough about Score Sports and the support that they provided with the jerseys, because that's really something that makes both the basketball game and the soccer game so special, is the kids get to walk out with that, and then when they're, our age, someday they can tell their kids how great they were and say, hey, I got this all-star jersey for this county game I played in. And it's just a wonderful part of the whole experience.
And, that's one thing I want to talk about, because we have Coach Rome and Coach Pacheco in studio with us. And the coaches, speaking on the coaches' side, why is that so special to have those jerseys? Because Eternal and I, we're not coaches, but every coach we said that's been the thing. And I know, Coach, you said you have one hung up in your man cave with the signatures.
It's currently not hung up, because we're working on some things. But,
okay.
I still do.
It's going to be up there. It's going to be good.
Yeah. I still have that polo. It's all signed by all the players. It's a memory. It's something you have. When you're playing Little League baseball or soccer, you always sign your name on a soccer ball or baseball or something like that. And it just helps with the memories of, especially these seniors. For some of them, this might be the last organized soccer game they ever play.
Yeah, certainly.
So it helps with the memories, and it helps with them going out and kind of closing things up.
Indeed.
It's a good memory to have.
Right.
Fantastic. Well, Coach,
I was going to say, because I know Coach Rome's probably has some things to knock out. Anything you wanted to say before we wrap up, Coach?
No, I'm excited to hear some of the kids speak, and I just want to wish everyone good luck, and I look forward to seeing and meeting everyone next Saturday out at the soccer field, and into a really good night.
Fantastic. Coach Rome, thanks again. Guys, Coach Romanelli, A.B. Miller High School board member of the Inland Valley Classic Committee. Thanks again, Coach Rome.
All right, have a good one, guys.
And then Coach Pacheco. Now you did you win the first year?
Depending on what rep you ask.
I remember that. I remember we
had a goal that was glanced off of a hip of one of our players, one of my Grand Terrace girls, which she was ruled offsides.
Oh, wow. I remember
5 minutes
that.
left in the game.
I do remember that.
So that's a touchy subject right there.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? First game to the West.
Well, again, here it is right here. There will be redemption. These young ladies they may not even be aware of all that took place on the first go-around.
Right.
But they are here live in the studio with us. So we want to make sure we get these young ladies on, because they came here ready. I saw, as we were making the trip up here, a couple of the young ladies said it was a little early for them to come out. They said, the Instagram don't really pop off.
Right.
Until like around 9-ish. So we're going to see if everybody is Instagram and radio live
Instagram ready?
Okay. Coach, we might have to hand some headphones off. We'll have this young lady, because she has a CIF shirt on. So we'll have you go ahead. Yeah, she's like, yeah. So go ahead, put a mic close. Let the world hear you. Now, we're going to have you introduce yourself by saying your name and school, full name, school.
My name is Chloe Urea, and I'm from Grand Terrace High School.
Okay. Sorry about that, Holly. Now, Chloe, tell us about Grand Terrace, and what I read here about is that you're 4'11", and are you a goalie? Is that what you're saying?
No, my goal is to reach.
Oh, it's to reach 5
feet.
I'm like so close.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
My goal is to reach 6 feet, and I didn't get there.
I can only imagine now. How would you say your style is when you're playing? What would you say? Is it aggressive? Is it? Tell me about it.
My style is aggressive. I go out 110% every game. I play every game like it's my last, and so I just go.
Just go do your thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no doubt about it. I can dig it. Now, Coach B.
Has your height been an advantage or disadvantage for you? Because I'm sure people underestimate you.
Yes, I've pretty much people have underestimated me for as long as I can remember.
Even your coach.
You got to show him what's up, right?
But now you're an all-star, right?
Yeah. So pretty much, sometimes it's an advantage just because I'm small and I can get around girls pretty quickly.
Okay.
Other times it's like balls in the air. I'm like, I don't even jump for it. I'm
Right.
Just like,
I hear you.
You just wait till it comes down. Now, there's another small, short guy that plays soccer, and he's like the guy. Who is that? I'm sorry, but okay, we put the mic close real quick. That way we can hear you. I'm sorry. Who is? Messi. You know what I mean? So you might be like, a female version of Messi come this All-Star game. Now, what is the goal? Now, what position do you play? Are you going to be a person that's going to be able to score, or what is that going to?
I am planning on playing forward, so I'm gonna go and try as hard as I can to score.
Okay, now for our audience that's not aware of what a forward does in soccer, please tell them what that is.
A forward is pretty much their target player for the rest of the team. They pretty much are either dispersed to the sides or they make the runs up themselves, and so it's just kind of like.
So the other people, like the guys, they kick to them to make them score. Is that correct?
Yeah, like pretty much like that target. Yeah.
Fantastic. I got you. Okay.
There you go.
Now, thank you so much. We're looking forward to you playing out there. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. We're gonna show up. So who's up next? Okay. So now this young lady.
She's been on. She's been on. She's IVC honors.
She was sitting back like, are you guys ready?
She's like, I know you guys. Miss Helms.
She's been doing this for a while. Please introduce yourself again to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
I'm Natalia Helms, and I'm from Grand Terrace High School.
Fantastic. Now, when we last were talking to you, you were being honored at the Inland Valley Classic Honors, and we didn't even know if this was going to happen. Tell us about how excited you are about this now happening.
About
the soccer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you guys told me that it was happening, I was like, oh my gosh, like.
Yeah.
I was super excited.
Well, you got to think.
Play again.
Exactly. Well, you got to think about this. You're a part of the reason this is taking place. I mean, if you weren't in that honor, we wouldn't be right there talking.
Yeah, because I just announced it. I don't even think you knew. I just announced like, hey, we're gonna do that soccer game again.
Oh, okay. Like if we don't already have.
Right.
We don't have enough stuff to do. Right. Jesus. But now tell everybody what position you play.
I play center mid and outside mid.
Okay, now what does that position do exactly?
So you're between defense and forward, so you can play defensively and offensively. You cover probably the most ground out of any other player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So now if you one thing I'm always amazed about is when soccer players score, it's a lot of stuff that goes on.
They go sliding.
They slide in. I mean, there's some flips, cartwheels. Yeah. What is the most crazy thing you've ever done after a score?
Well, okay. So here's a funny story. When I first started playing, I did a spring league at my city league, and after I scored, I did like a somersault, right?
Uh-huh.
And they carded me, telling me that it was like poor sportsmanship.
It was too much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Explain what a card is, because there's two cards you can get.
So there's a yellow card and there's a red card.
And red card, you're out, right?
Yeah, red card, you're out. I think you get suspended.
Oh, wow.
And you get suspended.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Sit out of the game.
Have you ever got a red card?
No, I haven't.
Okay. There we go. Okay. That's like
Okay, so she's like, I got a yellow.
It was like, hey, almost stop, almost right.
Right.
Okay. Well, we're really excited to have you play. Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic. Do good out there.
Oh, and then also, we never got a chance to ask you, what did you think about that night at the Inland Valley
tell us about that.
Honors?
I thought that was so cool because you're aware of like all the amazing people in the Inland Empire.
All those great stories, huh?
Yeah, and there's so many hardworking athletes out there. It just makes you want to be better.
Right. And the funny thing is, I mean, we said there was no limit to how many people you can bring. So you did have the most people that night.
Yes, you did.
I stopped counting at the 13.
I'm about to say, your table, we were almost going to have to get an auxiliary room just for your people so they can watch via satellite. So,
But just to say for us, that just let us know how great it was. People really appreciate it. How was the food?
It was really good.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stonefire Grill.
Stonefire Grill. We got to make sure, because we got to hold them down too. So anyway, but thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Fantastic.
So she's an Inland Valley Classic All-Star and an Inland Valley Honors.
We might have to get some kind of like extra patch on
Right. We're going to figure something out. We're going to make it work.
So now we have our next young
Carter's in the building.
In the house. So Introduce yourself, full name, and then what school you go to.
My name is Angelique Gutierrez, and I go to Carter High School.
Okay, so now, have you been on the radio before?
I have not.
This is first time.
And she made all league 3 years in a row, so put respect on.
Respect on that. So now, what position do you play?
I play center mid as well.
Okay, so center mid. So now it's when we've seen girls play basketball, and it's a little more aggressive than the boys are. Is it the same in soccer?
Oh yeah, soccer. Girls are crazy. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's very intense, but very, very cool to see and
fun
to watch.
You know what's unique? It's something about her story in high school. She gave up basketball to play soccer only. I gave up basketball to do the newspaper.
Yeah.
So when I realized I didn't have the talent, I just
going to ITT.
Yeah, I just said, hey, I'm just going to do newspaper. I said that's where I need to be. You know.
Right. Now tell it. Now, why do you think? What about your season? Your performance this season? Do you think got you nominated to be in this All-Star game?
I think just me just putting in like all my heart into the game is just to see my coaches see that in me is probably what got me through. And it's always been throughout all my years. I've always put hard work into the game. No matter if we were losing 10-0, 5-0, or we were winning 3-0, I'm always gonna put all my heart into the game. And that's just probably what.
Probably got it, huh?
Yeah.
I like this young lady. She was like,
I like it.
She was like, well, it was because when I was out there, I'm playing. Nah, that's good stuff. Well, we appreciate it. We're really excited to see you play. Okay.
And that's the thing. How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, so she's been playing soccer for 12 years. So like pretty much her entire.
She's like, I do this. Already.
Yeah, she's been doing it all her life. So and the passion is there. We're excited now. One thing that I hope that we can do. So I just saw what was it, the Football Club LA. When they were sold out and they had all those people there, we need to do that at the Inland Valley Classic.
We need to tell everybody.
We need to make sure we get them all there.
She's already talking. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we tell everybody about it.
We know that we know Ms. Helms is gonna bring. She's gonna bring people. She has a fan club. So
we have a young lady coming up from Summit,
Fontana. I love it.
And we got love for Summit High School. I mean, they've been coming out with the video crew for a while now. Please introduce yourself and what school you're from.
Hey. Hi, my name is Kelsey Avila, and I'm from Summit High School.
Fantastic. Now, it looks like, is that your mother outside?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, tell her she can tell Mom to come on in. We want to make sure Mom get a chance to see you because I know this is a special thing, so it's all good. Come on in, Mom. It's all good. You can record. Yeah, she's like, look at her. She's like, yes. Look at that. So we got Mom in here. Introduce yourself, Mother, please.
My name is Mirta Avila.
Are you excited for your daughter being in the All-Star game?
Very excited, yes. I always, close to her.
Yes, that's good. That is good stuff right there. Yes. So now, tell me about how you got, young lady, how you were contacted about you being nominated for the All-Star game.
It was first of all my coach from Summit, Mr. Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
He would text me saying like, "Hey, you want to play this game?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
And then I got the message saying like, "You've been nominated by your coach."
Wow.
To play an All-Star game.
And we love it. They came through in the clutch because we needed a goalie.
Okay.
And she's going to be our goalie.
Now, let me tell you something. Now, I hear a lot of things about goalies that they wear, the superstition, they throw grass up in the air. I mean, tell me about, is there any kind of pregame ritual that you do to prepare to be a goalie, or you just go out there and give it to them?
Well, all I just do is like, I'll say like, never give up. Just continue. Like, I got to do whatever. Like, I got to like push up and like continue on. Like, doesn't matter if we're losing or winning. We just got to continue.
Right. Now the goalie, you are going, there's a lot of stuff going on because, you have to be prepared. You got to be aware of what's going on. What do you think what do you think your season, when you did this season to get you to be the All-Star goalie this year?
Well, I just like did like, how do you say, like I just continue on.
Yeah.
Whatever where the ball goes, I go to get the ball. Like, it doesn't matter if I get hurt. I just have to save the ball no matter what.
Right. And I'll ask you, so have you ever had it, what they call it, is the kickoff at the end?
The penalty
kicks. Now, so do you do the flips and do all that when you get ready? I mean, what is that like when it's you and the person, y'all going head up? And I'll ask, I don't want to give anything away, but do goalies guess? Because sometimes you just see them diving.
Well, it depends. Like, we do actually have to guess sometimes, and then the other times we can tell where the position is at, on the kick.
Okay.
So we just have to like dive where the ball going.
Because sometimes you see that. You'll see the goalie go right to the ball. I'm like, how in the world do they know that before they even kick the ball?
Hey, Coach,
but there's a science to it.
If we need to, we can just set it up for at the end of this thing.
I think that would be good. I mean? I think we should do that.
Like, no. Fantastic. Well, young lady, thank you so much. It's an honor to have you here. And tell us again who your mother is, please, one more time.
My mom is Mita Avila, and my dad is the one that introduced me, and she also introduced me to soccer.
Fantastic. There it is right there. Got the parents in there.
You know, support her.
That's right. Every single
There you
game.
go.
So
There
we
you
got
go.
hey, look, the supporters out here, and as for us, we're excited. Again, it's a celebratory weekend this weekend, and then we're gonna just let this thing keep going next weekend. So, Inland Valley Classic is gonna be taking place May 12th at A.B. Miller High School. The game kicks off at 4 o'clock.
Correct. The girls' game kicks off at 4. The boys' game kicks off. It's the young ladies' game.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah, we want to make sure.
4. The young men kicks off.
Now, here's the situation. Now we can say we've learned this. We can say girls in terms of documentation, but we learn when they're here, we have to reference as young ladies.
Young ladies.
We got in some
Young
trouble.
ladies. Young
So
ladies.
We want to make sure we keep everything. So, Coach, again, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to a great game. Okay, ladies, thank you guys so much.
And the players here were your players, correct? The rest?
Yeah, there's one girl from Idawanda.
Okay, so let's get some Edawanda girls, and then
we got to get the whole group.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll keep it rolling if we can grab them.
Yep.
We'll keep it rolling, and then Coach, I had a couple of questions for you, and then Coach, I want to have a couple of questions for you. What is the importance of the whole All-Star experience? Because it's something that's important for these kids.
Yeah, it's recognition of all their hard work. I mean, these girls are seniors. Like I mentioned earlier, this is some of their last games.
Right.
They might be end up playing, and it's an award, a recognition of them putting all that hard work in. Their parents driving them to those games, those tournaments, and as long as they've been playing, it's never just across the street.
Right.
You got to go travel. You got to put in all these club leagues and travel leagues, and when they think the season's over, and all of a sudden they get this, I get an All-Star game?
Right.
That's awesome. Just all the support and everything, that it's like everybody shows up for this one last hurrah. I mean, some of these girls are going to colleges.
Right.
But the other half of them, this is it, and it's like a good pat on the back. Say, hey, you did well.
Yeah, and then on a bigger note, I know, Coach, you said you're going to be stepping away from the game. So what is that going to be like for you?
I think, to be honest, I'm going to miss it a little bit, but instead of Coach Chex, as my girls call it, it's going to be Coach Dad. So I'm looking forward to being able to watch the soccer and get involved if needed and helping out the school, but seeing my kids play soccer, and I had to make the choice. Am I going to be coaching my kids, or am I going to be coaching the high school? And sorry, kids win.
Right.
That's how it's going to go.
I heard that, man.
And I like it because it's media day, Coach. We do things a little bit different. So just to cut down on time, because we still have Anthony calling in at the 50-minute mark. So that's why we skip the break, and it's all talk. I know you guys love hearing me talk. So we got some more young ladies in here.
Yes. So let's get Miss Anna Hernandez. There she is right there. So she's like, oh, me early, huh? Yeah, no doubt about it. So come on in over here. Now, Miss Anna Hernandez, right? What school you go to?
I go to Etiwanda High School.
Eagle Pride. All right. All right.
Now
I have 2 kids at Etiwanda.
Really?
Yes, I do.
She's like, I don't know.
Brianna Arrington and Brian Arrington. So,
but a piece of the young Arringtons out there. Now,
absolutely.
Now, young lady. Now, tell me about what do you think you did this season to get you nominated to be a player for the All-Star game?
Well, I feel like every game I would go out of my way, and I was willing to try different positions that I've never tried before, and I was open to new things the whole time, and I would always give 100%, and I would always work hard, and I was very encouraging for my team because we did have a tough season, so the whole time I was very encouraging, and I was always so supportive.
Fantastic. Now that's a big deal because it's difficult sometimes when your team is losing. Sometimes I got to help this guy out all the time. I got to bring him up. But so tell me how it is, because you have to be a team leader out there.
Yes.
So tell me how it is sometimes when you're down and you got to still keep the team going and competing at a high level. How is that?
Yeah, it's very hard because sometimes when people are losing, their head goes down, and it gets difficult to just keep trying. But you just have to keep motivating them, and it's hard because people begin to get angry at each other and turn on each other, but you just have to be there and be supportive and understand what they're going through and why they feel that way.
Well, you know what? If soccer doesn't work, you have a future in politics, young lady. Okay,
there you go.
You can tell them.
There you go. And what about that shiny new stadium?
Oh, it's so nice. And we'll be graduating there.
Oh, yeah. So you're looking forward to that then.
Yes.
Okay, fan. She's like, I'm getting a new dress and everything.
I will be there. I will be there on the 22nd myself.
Yeah.
As you know, my daughter is
Guarantee you, we have to be there.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know you, but don't cry or nothing like that. I'm gonna have the cell phone on you, man.
Yeah.
Wear some sunglasses.
Well, no, we only got 5 tickets, so you will not be there.
Yeah.
So we only get 5 tickets. So.
Turn his mic off.
I'll give you one.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
There you go. There you go.
See, look at that. Me talking about we only got 5. What was you gonna tell me that,
we only
man?
get 5 tickets.
What was you gonna tell me that?
When it was over. But it's all good. But it's all good.
No doubt about it. But thank you so much. We're glad you were nominated, and good luck on Saturday. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
And you're gonna miss the new auditorium as well. I just thought about that.
Yeah, they're actually it's gonna be done by the time we're gone.
Yeah, my youngest son should be able to be there because in 2020 is when he'll graduate. So
Mr. Hernandez, again, thank you so much. She's been playing since she was 3 years old.
There you go.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Eagle Pride.
Next we have Miss Marino.
And I helped because she helped me translate this morning with the Spanish.
Yes,
so.
Miss Marino is very fluent in Spanish. Which is a good thing. Now, Miss, you have some navigation. Now, introduce yourself.
My name is Jessica Moreno.
And what school? I'm sorry.
I go to Banning High School.
Fantastic. Now, Banning.
Banning High School.
Oh wow. Okay, so we got some. We got some.
We get it all, man. We don't mess with big ups to the pass area.
Now, nobody gives. What's up with that? They don't give you guys no looks out there. Now, tell us. So you guys, it must have been exciting that you were nominated for this All-Star match.
Yeah, it was. My coach told me we were the first that got nominated as well as my teammate.
Yes.
Oh, some parents. If you guys want to come in, come get a better angle. I know.
You guys can come right over here. Yes,
absolutely.
Please,
I know it's live radio, but come on, about all means.
You guys can come on right here. Yes, certainly. She's like, we got to come in. We got the cell phone.
Yeah, you got to bring it out,
please. No, please. You're saying, excuse me.
Yeah. So. Batting is always looked down upon, and the fact that we got nominated for that, it's a big step up, and I'm really proud of myself and my teammate for stepping up for batting,
Fantastic. Now, just like I was asking Ms. Hernandez, what do you think that you guys, that you in particular did this season to get you nominated for the All-Star match?
I feel like my hard work and dedication, putting my 110%, I would not give up. I may have been injured, but I always brought myself up because I felt like as a leader, also as a captain, I felt like if I was down, I didn't want my team to bring down, so I've always had that positive energy.
Right.
She said I was a captain. I was like, oh, coach, are we gonna have you in Beaumont girls as well?
No.
Okay. So you're gonna be okay. So there's
everything's good.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. We're okay.
Now you play forward and midfield. Is that correct?
Yeah,
so now tell everybody about your position and what you actually do on the soccer field.
Okay, so usually I play midfield, but my top is forward.
Okay.
And so you strike through that goal. You pass those defenders, and you just want to you run for that ball.
Right. Oh yeah, guaranteed. Yeah.
And midfield, I feel like it's the control center. You help everybody out, not just forwards and forwards and defense.
Fantastic. Well, we're really excited to have you play again. Miss Jasmine Marino. Banning High School is in the house.
There
no
you
doubt
go.
about it. Yes,
look at her. Look at her. She's excited. I like it. I like it.
There it is right there.
There you go.
Fantastic.
I love the name. My niece's name is Jasmine. So that's good stuff. So we have some more ladies coming in. I think you might be from Redlands.
Yeah.
So let's see. So come on up. Introduce yourself. The Terriers.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lozano. I'm from Redlands High School.
There you go.
Fantastic.
And that school has been around a long time.
Yes. So tell everybody about what you did this season that got you nominated for the All-Star match.
For what I did, I tried my best. I tried to keep my teammates' heads up. We had a great season for what we did. As a captain on my team, I try to keep my players' heads up.
Right.
I made sure we didn't fight.
Right. Sometimes
it
gets a little it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy, but I kept level heads. I just made sure everyone was on the same page, and I kept everything organized for our teammates.
Fantastic.
And our coaches would tell us.
Now, it's something about the girls from the players from Redlands. I mean, they're
like, hey, been there, done that.
Right.
Been there, done that. Now, how is it about you meeting these young ladies now? Because I know sometimes, especially we do football and basketball. Sometimes we have to watch the players in there because it gets a little hectic in the green room. How is it meeting all these new players that are also as skilled as you are?
Oh, it's amazing. Meeting new people is just a great opportunity to learn more and get different ideas and see how they play from their schools. And
fantastic.
It's great.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I want to ask, you said when you were told when you were a freshman you weren't good enough to play on the varsity team. I was told when I was a senior I wasn't good enough to be on the varsity team. I cried a little. How did you work through that?
I just pushed. I worked hard. I did I worked every day from freshman year to sophomore year to get on the varsity team. I mean, our head coaches switched, so there was a different new eyes to see, and it was crazy.
Okay.
I mean,
See, that was the difference with me. They told me that. I just went to newspaper. Like I said, the heck with this, man.
Right. So when it's a new coach, you got to keep on working because they're not familiar with you. So that means you got to keep on working. You got to show them who you are, right?
We went through 3 coaches.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Because one went to our AD, and then we got a new one, and then something else happened to our other one, and then we got this last year of my high school season, we got a new one, and it was hard, but it was fun.
Well, it looks like you have a fourth coach. This time be coming around.
Yeah, there you go. And then you said you have 2 older brothers?
3.
And you wanted to, 3 older brothers. You wanted to follow in their footsteps, so you're the youngest.
Yes.
So you probably were the best. Yeah, you were probably the best out of all of them, correct?
Well, he's only saying that because
I'm the youngest sibling. My brother, I have an older brother, so I'm the younger sibling.
The big brother.
No. Younger siblings. I'm better than my brother. So, you know.
Their freshman year, they all made it on the freshman team, but my freshman year, I made it on JV.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So put respect on the younger sister.
So she has some bragging to do.
There you go.
Thank you
so
so
at
much.
Thanksgiving, make sure you bring that up and let it be known.
No doubt about it. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So we have somebody else coming up next. Banning High School, she says, right? Is that correct? Yeah. There it is.
There you go. Banning has got some energy tonight. I like it.
Well, Banning's like, look, we didn't come here for nothing. We didn't go about 45 minutes.
Now, did you guys say that we'll only play in this game if Beaumont's not playing? Is that?
I love it. So talk to everybody about now. We were asking the other players about what they did this season. Tell everybody about what you did this season, how you feel your performance was this season as a player.
I feel like
make sure you talk. There you go.
I feel like I improved so much because it wasn't just like, oh, I'm getting better for myself. It was more me thinking, hey, this is for my team. Everything that I'm doing right now is for my team. I'm the captain right now, and I have to get myself together, and show them, lead by example, really, and just trying to keep the team together.
So we don't have a game today. So I mean, she's ready. She is ready. Do you put the paint under your eyes when you go out there? I love it. So you said that at first you realized that you sucked freshman year, and now you're a captain. Well, I sucked all 4 years of high school. So, but talk to the work ethic that you had to put in to get to where you wanted to be.
Yeah, it took so much, but first it was me overcoming like, hey, I can do this if I work hard enough.
Right.
Like freshman year, I looked up to my captains. I was like, wow, I could never be that. But once I realized, hey, I can be that if I work hard and I put dedication in it, I can be that good. That's when I started improving and started getting better at everything. And that was
Are you on student body? Because I mean, I can follow her. Be like, we're gonna work on this lunch menu.
We gotta get some snacks. We gotta talk to the coach over there and Banning. Got you guys hyped. That's
right. I love it. I love it. Maybe I should send my kids to Banning.
So now, what are you most looking forward to for this match? Again, it's gonna literally a week from today. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to see the players. These are the best players. I'm going to be able to get that honor to play with them, and that's just going to be amazing.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Well, like
she makes me want to play.
Man, I'm about to say, they got an extra jersey over there.
Right. Well, in high school I was a water boy, so I mean, if you guys need cold water, I'll be there for you. So I go back to what I did in high school.
I take my wrist up and everything. I'd be ready to go. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, young ladies. It's an honor for us to have you here. So we appreciate you guys playing, and we're looking forward to next Saturday. Okay. Fantastic.
It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a great event. So I'm excited.
We is media day for the Inland Valley Soccer Classic.
Yes.
It's going down. Again, we have Coach Pacheco here, going to be making his last dance.
Yes.
With us. We appreciate that so much, Coach. And again, thank you again. And we're looking forward to this game now. Are we saying this right? Is it game or is it match?
It's a game.
Okay.
We got told off one time.
It's always just a game.
Okay, fantastic.
It's a match.
Okay.
This is a game.
This is
fun.
Okay, there it is. I like that. So, Coach, we're looking forward to it. Thanks again. You enjoy your Cinco de Mayo weekend, and
Absolutely.
we're looking forward to seeing you next weekend.
Definitely. Thank you for all you guys do. And I just have to do a special shout out to my wife, Jennifer, for keeping everything together.
That support.
I wouldn't be able to be here without her watching the kids and putting all the support that she does.
Yes,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you to the wife out there. That's right. She came to our Yes,
yes, we're all there.
And that's the one thing. And that's the thing. It wasn't even her child, but it was one of your daughters because it's a part of your team. So, and my wife always supports everything I do. She was the one checking everyone in. So we wouldn't be able to do this without our wives, right?
Definitely.
Yes. So we definitely appreciate that. Let's take a commercial break. I know we have a call coming in soon, but you're listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our Four Seasons sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors. Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside on a Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops right here.
Okay, man. I was over here. I was over here going after it, man. Hey, look here. Don't take much for me to get into a celebratory mood. We have a caller live on the Boost Mobile hotline. Caller, introduce yourself. A man that needs no any introduction, but please do introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
What's going on, folks? Coach Anthony Nichols, Cali Elite Basketball. Good morning, good morning. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, indeed.
To everybody out there.
Yes, indeed. Now, what we do for Cinco de Mayo and what folks do traditionally is a little different. For the last 4 or 5 years, you've been doing the Cinco de Mayo tournament. Talk to our audience a little bit about that.
So this weekend out, we got 4 venues, man. We got 2 spots over in Corona and 2 spots over in Lake Elsinore. Wow. We've got 161 teams with 22 divisions. So definitely the biggest tournaments that the Inland Empire has seen, which is going on this weekend, man. So we've been throwing these tournaments now for about 5 years, man. It's really a grassroots effort to bring quality basketball to the Inland Empire so that we don't have to keep driving up and down that 91 freeway going down to Orange County. And, we got teams out here from Northern California, from Arizona, from Utah, from Vegas, from San Diego. I got a team from Tijuana, Mexico. I got a team from Canada. So we got everybody out here this weekend, man. So it's on.
And one thing I want to talk about that, man, when you talk about the team for Tijuana, I had a chance to talk to some of the players and coaches, because when I look at their team, and I think they're called Tijuana Elite, correct?
Yes.
When I saw that, I said, no way, this is an international team here at your tournament. And when I went and talked to some of the parents, they said, no, we're from Tijuana, Mexico. I was like, Anthony is doing something on the next level. I mean, you have international teams. I know you want to talk about the tournament, but talk about that, Coach, because when you started this thing, like you said, you had about 30, 40 teams, but now you're getting teams from international. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's really a blessing, man. And when we talked and when we met, years ago, 5 years ago, our goal was to, again, create quality, sustainable events here in the Inland Empire so our kids could get the chance to play against high-level competition from around across the country. And now it's turned into an international thing. Like I said, we've had, at previous tournaments, teams from Singapore, we have a team coming out from Korea to our next tournament.
Wow.
We have a team from, and they're bringing, the Korean team's bringing 6 teams with them. So this is, it's starting to expand where, this Cali Elite name is really starting to grow as really one of the originators of, how we do this business, because we've completely turned the tournament style, business on its head in terms of what we charge. We're affordable. We offer more stuff. We provide, more things in terms of awards. I just went to a tournament last weekend, high school viewing tournament. You got 4 games, and that was it. And you paid $600 for each team to play, and the referees looked like they were from a training ground. And it is what it is. But our guys, all of our referees are CIF certified. These guys are high-level refs. If they get, 3 complaints or more, man, they're out of there. Any more than 3 complaints and these guys are out of there, period, they don't come back. So we're trying to increase the quality of what's happening with basketball, not just in the Inland Empire, but in Southern California. So all of our events are AAU certified. They're sanctioned. All of the events are Indy Hoop certified, so they all count towards your rankings through a reputable company that is actually going to be able to rank you, not just for playing in our tournament, but generally overall. There's a lot of ranking services out there, and they don't rank guys unless you go to their event.
Right.
You don't have to come to our events. If you're doing the right things, these guys are going to rank you, but coming to our events is simply an addition to what you got going on. So,
Coach,
again, man, my goal is to bring the quality events to the Inland Empire, and that's what we're doing right now.
Coach Anthony, now one of the things that we're going to be out at one of a location today, and every time we're out there, we get a thing from the coaches, and it is every time, especially when coaches are coming from outside the area. The one thing when I ask them, why do you come to these tournaments, they always talk about competition. Tell us about how you were able to keep consistent with having quality competition at these events.
Again, man, I think it comes down to if you build it, they will come, right? And it can't be about the money that's generated from these things. It's got to be about the kids first and creating a family atmosphere, but a competitive atmosphere where people can come in and they can call teams out. I had a couple teams this weekend that said, hey, I want to play these guys.
You wanted to line them up.
Yeah, team level elite said, I want to play Inland Force this weekend. And so we lined it up. The game's going to happen today at Corona High School, I think at 5:10 p.m.
Be on notice.
It'll happen there at Corona High School. Yeah, and they want to see it.
Right.
And that's the whole part of it. I had a guy, my guy, Capital Elite, man, from Northern California, is coming out. Like, Coach, I want to play you guys. So he's coming out. He'll line it up with my 17U tonight here at 5:10 p.m. over at Lakeside High School over in Lake Elsinore. And so that's the thing is that you got these guys that are picking up the phone and they want to come to the event strictly because they want to play somebody else that they see on the schedule. And so as you get the quality teams there, we got San Diego Soldiers coming out, part of the Oakland Soldiers Network. They got 8 teams coming out here this weekend from San Diego. We got San Diego Show coming up. Capital Elite from Northern California. You got all of these quality programs that are coming around that want to be able to use Las Vegas Aces. All of these guys are coming out, man. And so it's again, if we build it the right way and put the kids first, make sure that there's a good solid foundation to it. It just kind of takes care of itself, man. So we're blessed to be able to have, this is again our 5th annual Cinco de Mayo Invitational. It's the largest tournament that I believe that the Inland Empire has seen, with 161 teams, 4 venues, and 13 floors. So, if somebody else has got a bigger one, man, I appreciate it, man. A lot of these guys do their tournaments. A lot of IE clubs go out to Orange County to do their tournaments, but I refuse to go out to Orange County to do something that I believe that we can do here in our own house.
Right.
And we can bring these events not only raise money for our program and help our kids, and they fund a lot of things with our high school and our youth programs, but they also put money back into the local high schools. So the girls programs that that are helping us run these tournaments this weekend, they put $1,000 into their program at the end of the weekend, and so that goes towards uniforms for the next season for them, and it's a great fundraising opportunity. So parents don't have to wash cars, sell candy, and do any of that stuff. So we're blessed to do it, man. I appreciate what you guys bring to the table from a media standpoint with Fox and and the show and definitely getting it out there from a promotional standpoint.
And the promoted, the promoted. Not to cut you off, Coach, because we're pressing to get stuff. But so it's Cali Elite. It's the Cinco de Mayo tournament. And name off the high schools. We got about 10 seconds.
I got it right here. So
okay.
It's the Cinco de Mayo Invitational. Cali Elite presents the Cinco de Mayo Invitational. It's going to be at 4 different high schools. It's going to be at Corona High School, Get It Done Sports Arena, Lakeside High School, and Temescal Canyon High School. We're going to be out there today.
And
so make sure you guys
give me your numbers, Coach, if anybody wants to get in contact with you.
Yep. My website is CaliEliteBasketball.com. Again, that's CaliEliteBasketball.com. Or you can go into your app store if you want to see the schedule. You can go into your app store and download the Cali Elite Basketball app. So it'll be right there for you guys. And my number 909-717-7031, man.
We
Blessings
appreciate
to
it.
everybody, man. I appreciate what you guys do. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to IE Sports Net. We're out.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 a.m., IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
We are Fox Sports!